Hey guys, Val Nichols here coming at you live. And it's a little bit later than I usually come on, so I don't know who will pop on, but I just want to jump on here and share with you guys some information that I gave a talk on earlier. And I was just sitting here feeling super inspired to come on here and connect with you guys and share with you the information that I know because it's all about generosity. It's all about giving back. It's all about showing up and sharing what I know because otherwise, what's the point? Really, honestly, what's the point in creating a business if I'm not giving back and being generous to the people who have been there for me, who've supported, and who have been just really on the path with me? So, hey, Jenny! Jenny, hello, 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 hello. If you just hopped on, I think I see your face on there. Hello. So, guys, I want to share with you. Like I said, I just did this in a talk I gave earlier, and I was thinking about how I want to share this information with you guys as well, because, this month is huge. It is the 2-year anniversary for Val Nichols Coaching since when I rebranded my business, and I actually got my business license back up and running on February 14th. So it was on Valentine's Day. So this is a huge month for me. It is also, Super Bowl Sunday is our engagement anniversary. And with Valentine's Day coming up and my 37th birthday is coming up next Monday as well. So all kinds of really exciting things going on. And I love to celebrate. I love to give back. So here we are. I want to share with you guys. There was, back in 2018 when I rebranded my business and I started Val Nichols Coaching, which is right here. When I started this part of my business, I rebranded and I was sitting here and I remember sitting one cold morning. It was a February morning and I had my journal out and I was really just in prayer and meditation and I was journaling. And the craziest thing happened. I remember like it was yesterday, even though it was 2 years ago. It seems like it was just like a flash. And I remember sitting there and thinking that I had this vision. And I was standing on stage talking about to hundreds of people, talking about the amazing things that God had done in my life. And I remember thinking okay, there's no way. I am a little bit of a perfectionist and a controller, which means that, I like to know the details. I like to know how everything is going to work out before I really commit myself or before I really jump in. These are the ways I used to be before I really hooked on to being an entrepreneur. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect at this because I'm not by any means. I still have those moments that creep up. But at the time, it didn't make sense. I doubted. I was pretty sure that God, who was giving me this vision, hey, Paige, hello, hello. Hi, guys. So I was pretty sure that God had given the vision to the wrong person. Because at the time I was working in a corporate job, I was successful, I was at the top of my game. I am the type of person that in high school, you guys, if you knew me, I was pretty social, but I had a ton of anxiety and I would skip school all the time and I would hide in my closet because I had so much anxiety about going to school, right? I had so much anxiety that I would hide in my closet rather than go to school. So here I was, February of 2018, and I had this vision of being on stage. Hey, Rachel! So you're going to hear a little bit more again about the talk I gave earlier. You guys, I gave a talk earlier, and Rachel was there. So, I had this vision, and I was pretty sure that it didn't make sense. And you know what? Here's the secret. Your vision, your purpose in life, when God gives you a purpose in life, it is not going to make sense to other people, to you. It's going to be a very stretchy, a very scary thing because God doesn't call the equipped. He equips those he calls. So here's what happened. It was February of 2018. I'm sitting on my couch. I get this vision that I'm supposed to be on stage talking to hundreds of people. I didn't do public speaking. I feared public speaking. I was working in a corporate job where I had no idea or any romantic ideas that I was going to leave. This just wasn't in my wheelhouse. Like, it wasn't in my wheelhouse. And I remembered this dream that I had. And I literally had this vision of taking the book, that dream, off the shelf, taking it off the shelf, dusting it off, and opening it again. Like, this is literally the vision I had. Like, I took the book, the dream, off the shelf, dusted it off, opened the story back up. And it was then that I remembered that, yes, I was successful in my corporate job. Yes, I was making a lot of money. Yes, I had all the success, all the accolades, all of the things that anybody could want. But I knew deep down in my heart, I knew I was hungry for something more. I was hungry to make a difference in the world. I was literally dying to know that my life would have significance and that someone out there would have a better life because I impacted their life. And yeah, I got that in my corporate job. Yeah, I did. I did. And yes, there's other things in my life where I give back, where I get to see miracles happen all of the time. But I knew on that morning when I had this vision that I was created for something so much more. And if I didn't just go after it and pursue it right now, right then in that moment, that I was going to let another 5 years go by. I was going to let another decade go by and wonder what happened, and wonder if I would have taken the chance then, what would have happened. So what I did is I did the next right thing. I relicensed my business. I started writing down all of the things that God had put on my heart. I started just things were flowing, building my business, rebranding. I created the Wild Tribe. I created Val Nichols Coaching, and which ended up, now since I've rebranded into the Wild Tribe, which is women influencers, leaders, and dreamers. Because that's where my passion is. That's where my heart is. I get so lit up by creating other leaders, developing other leaders, pouring into women who are out there making a difference in the world. This is the passion of my heart. I get so fired up. And I know that there are women out there who are feeling the same way. They're waking up day after day wondering, is this it? Is this all my life was created for? And for those of you who are out there, don't worry, because I have a free 3-day training that's coming up on February 17th. You can sign up for it. It's Love Your Passion, Love Your Purpose. It is all about, for those women who know they're created for something more, and they have that hunger, they have that drive, they're feeling like there's something more. Maybe you just don't know how to get there, or maybe you just don't know yet exactly what that is. This is for you. This is for you, because you are created for something so much more than just showing up at a 9-to-5 job. If you love your job, that's great. But these are for the women who dread Monday mornings or feel lost. They feel like they're on a treadmill running and running and running, and they're just getting nowhere. They feel stuck. This is for you. And if you're interested in that, just let me know. Put 3-day training or say I'm in. I'll get you the information. But I want to share with you guys the 3 things that as I look back over the past 2 years, I've built this business from being a vision that I had one morning on a February morning to now later just designing this amazing, not just a business, you guys, but a lifestyle. A lifestyle that I just absolutely love in 2 years. So over the last 2 years, I've learned 3 things that I want to share with you today. Number 1, don't focus on the do. When you're constantly looking at your task list, you guys, so guilty of this. I am so guilty of this. When you're constantly looking at your to-do list and you get so caught up in checking off the box or, what to do today, or get caught up in doing all of these things in your business, doing, I want you to shift from the do to the who. I'll repeat that. I want you to shift from the do to the who. And this is about, instead of creating a task list every day and, creating a list of things you need to do and a checkbox and marking those things off, I want you to wake up every single morning and get deep in your intention of, who do I want to be? Who do I want to be? If you want to have a business that you're so lit up by, that you wake up in the morning just fired up, you can't wait to get up out of bed and serve the world, because believe me, it's possible. I have it, and it's possible for you too. We're the same. We are like the same. I've just put into place a few certain things that have gotten me here and taken immense action even when I'm scared. So when you think about the who, like let's say you want to be a courageous leader. If you want to be a courageous leader, then just literally put it on the wall on a Post-it note, a big giant Post-it note, write it everywhere and focus on the who instead of the do. Instead of having task lists or having things that you're checking off every single day, focus on the who. And when you know who it is that you want to be in your big, audacious vision, then everything else falls into place. If you're working on that who, being an audacious leader, then everything that you go by, all of the things you say yes to, either align with that or they don't. See what I mean? What a different shift that is from being in a place where you have a to-do list that you're checking off into being a who list. Who do I want to be? A woman of integrity. I want to be a woman, a fearless leader. I want to be a audacious entrepreneur. I want to be a vibrant speaker. Great. Then that's your who. So focus everything on your who. Cast the vision first to yourself, and then everything else falls into place. It's that easy. Number 2, look at your disciplines. Look at your disciplines. So what I mean by this is it's really easy to show up on days when it's easy. It's really easy to show up in your business and go full force when you're in the mood to do it. But when you have the right disciplines in place, when you are committed that no matter what, that's when the rubber meets the road for entrepreneurs. This is when you show up even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. I remember, it's slipping my mind right now who said this quote, but I heard a quote once that said that commitment comes long after the feeling goes away that you said yes to that thing. So in the long run, I know I just totally slaughtered that. I apologize, but pretty much what I'm saying is that, like, once your feeling of saying yes to something, like you're all about it, you're fired up, you're lit up, you're all in. Once that feeling of excitement goes away, that's when your discipline really kicks in. Because believe me, you guys, like I've been doing this business full time now for a year and a half, like this business. And yeah, there's days when I don't feel like showing up. There's days when I get so caught up in the to-do list, the task list, that I make it not fun. All my overachieving women know what I'm talking about right now. Like, there's days when I don't want to show up. I don't feel like it. Maybe I'm going through women's stuff, or there's, stuff happening in my life, or I'm just tired, or whatever it is. There's so many excuses that I could allow to get in my way if I wanted to. But when you have commitment and you have discipline, that's what makes all the difference. That's what makes all the difference. And number 3, develop yourself. Develop yourself. This is one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned in building my business Because come to find out, you guys, building your business is really just building yourself. And it doesn't matter if you're a business owner, if you're a network marketer, if you're an affiliate marketer and you're selling someone else's products, if you are a CEO of your own business, or if you're working as a realtor or a broker or a CEO or whatever it is. When you're building your business and you're developing your business, you're really just developing yourself. And whatever that looks like for you, this can be so many different forms of practice. And for me, that looks like really pouring into things and pouring into myself, praying, meditating, prayerfully contemplating my business and the directions that I go and the directions that I don't take. For me, that's a huge piece of it. That's a huge key. And it also means, personal development. I'm in the middle of doing my taxes right now. You guys, here's like some of my receipts for my business. And, in realizing that, like, the amount of money that I have put into my personal development this year is more than I've made in a year in corporate jobs. More than I've made in a year in past corporate jobs is what I've developed. And that started out with like Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within, and then, hiring my business coach, which was very expensive, going to masterminds, doing HCL, which is Heart Core Leadership, an amazing program that I'm doing right now. This is plane rides. This is, all the personal development that I've done this year is like almost mind-blowing. It is almost mind-blowing. But here's the difference between an amateur and an entrepreneur. An amateur is going to look at something and go, ooh, that costs a lot of money, right? They're going to look at something and be like, oh, I don't know, I can't afford it, like I can't do this, like, they'll come up with reasons not to invest in themselves and their business. But an entrepreneur, a successful person, is going to look at that and say, this is an investment. They're going to look at their personal development as an investment. Because you guys, not only is it a part of your tax write-off, it's a business expense, but this is something that literally nobody can take away from you. No one can take this away from you. You guys, traditional education is going away. I was just watching the news, and the college that my mom went to, one of the colleges my mom went to in earlier, like in her 30s, just went out of business. It's been around 115 years. One of the like keystone colleges in Portland, Oregon, just went out of business. Traditional education is great. I'm not making anybody wrong if they have traditional education, because so do I. My husband has traditional education that has very much helped him in his life. But you guys, it's the personal development. When you develop yourself, this is information, this is education, and this is something that no one can ever take away from you. And if you have the grit and the determination to actually invest in yourself, and then not only just like do it, check the box off, but implement the information, implement the things you learn in your business, you are going to be wildly successful. I can tell you, because what my business looks like today compared to 1 year ago. 1 year ago. Like, I was literally looking back at some photos from last year, because this is a big month for me. This is a huge month. So I have lots of memories popping up. And looking back at where my business was a year ago. Guys, it's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing what can happen in a year. And you guys, we're no different. We're no different, you and I. I just did these 3 things. I focused on the who. Who do I want to be? Versus the doing. The who versus the who. I looked at my disciplines and I cut out things that weren't necessary, that were extras, that were not moving the needle forward for me. And then I developed myself. That's it. 3 keys that I am just so excited to share with you. Thank you so much for watching this. And again, I have a free 3-day training coming up for anyone who's searching for their purpose. They're feeling lost, they're feeling stuck, and maybe they just need that extra little boost. 3-day training. It's called Love Your Purpose. So it's going to be super fun. I also have a Valentine's Day bundle, which I'm offering until Friday night because I love, and I think that everyone should love their business. Everybody should love their life. So this is a Valentine's Day bundle. So if you're interested in this, just put Valentine's. This is a Valentine's Day bundle for $77 is all. And that entails the do-it-yourself course, which is the Booked Babe business course, and then also a 30-minute business consultation. So you're going to have a 30-minute business consultation with me. So this Valentine's Day bundle is available until Friday for $77. That's it. You guys, this is a steal. This is a steal. So you want to take advantage of that. If you're interested, let me know below. Otherwise, I will see you guys very soon. I love you. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for celebrating. This month is amazing. You guys are amazing. I love you, and I will see you soon. Mwah. Bye.